What's going on, everybody? My name is Zach Hartley and welcome back to another weekly watch list video. My goal with this series is to basically share with you what are the market conditions that you need to be aware of going into the week ahead, and then what stocks are at the top of my watch list going into that week. And so in this video, I'm going to give you a full market update. I'm going to share with you what stocks I'm looking at, and I hope you get some value out of this video. If you do, please remember to click that like and subscribe button, and let's jump right in. Okay, so when it comes to the NASDAQ, we actually had a really good week. We broke through previous resistance right here at 14,500, and we are now pushing up to our all-time highs set basically at the end of 2021. Very exciting. When it comes to the S&P 500, it's pretty much the exact same chart. We broke through our previous resistance here in the last week, and we are now pushing up to all-time highs. And when it comes to the Dow Jones, we actually set a brand new all-time high this week, which is very exciting. And so as you can see, the Dow Jones has not only broken out of previous resistance, it has also broken out of that all-time high resistance. And so very nice to see. When it comes to the volatility index, or the VIX, it is still trending downwards in that lower direction, and it is even trading below the short-term moving average. So very nice to see. When it comes to Bitcoin, it was a bit of a choppy kind of last 2 weeks here. We had a little bit of volatility, but we are still moving in that bullish direction, now trading at 42,000, and I expect this to continue. We have a couple of catalysts coming up, including the halving, as well as hopefully some ETFs that get approved here in the next few months. So that's going to be very exciting. I have capitalized on this, and I've also shared it in my Discord chat. I posted this on November 25th that I had bought options in Marathon Digital with a strike price of $10. Since then, since November 25th, the stock price has gone up by over 50%, and my options position is currently sitting at over 220% return. And again, I posted all of that in my Discord chat. So if you want to check any of that out, the links are down below. You will also find a link there for Newton, which will give you $25 in free crypto if you open an account and trade with $100 or more. Now, continuing on with the market update here, West Texas light crude is still trending lower, but we are starting to see a little bit of a rebound in the last 3 days, which is very nice to see. However, we are still in a bearish trend right now. There's still some concerns here. There's lots of market forces at play right now, and oil prices are still on the decline. However, the supply is starting to get restricted, so I do expect to see a bounce in the next sort of 3 to 6 months. When it comes to uranium, the price continues to skyrocket even compared to last week. We are up from $50, now trading at over $82, so this could be a huge opportunity in the uranium space. And lithium is actually telling us the exact opposite story. Lithium continues to struggle, now down by like 80%. It's actually really interesting to see what has happened, because this is a major component of the electric vehicle market, and it is getting cheaper and cheaper as more production comes online. So very interesting market dynamics there. When it comes to earnings this week, it is not a big week for earnings, but we do have some exciting companies. We got FedEx, we got General Mills, we got Micron and BlackBerry, we got Carnival, and then we got Nike on Thursday after the close. So calling into Christmas here, not a whole lot on the economic forecast, not a whole lot on the earnings forecast, but some major price movements here in some of our commodities like lithium, like oil, like Bitcoin. So lots going on here. Now, when it comes to the full market conditions, number one thing last week was that the US Federal Reserve did not raise their interest rate. They held it steady, and they are starting to signal that this could be the end of rising interest rates, which is great for anybody that has a lot of debt. It's also great for real estate companies. It's great for insurance companies. It's great for a couple of different companies, but it's not going to be great if you have your money in a high interest savings account, because it means that those high rates might not last very long. So if you're interested in getting into a high interest savings account at like 5 or 6%, I've put together a full spreadsheet also at the link in the description down below that you may want to check out. You're not going to get rates like this 1 year from now. So if you're trying to lock in some steady passive income on your savings, this is the time to do it before those rates start to drop. Inflation numbers also came out last week, came in at 3.1%, which is pretty much in line with expectations. It's very nice to see, and it shows that the US has really got inflation at least under control relative to the 9% where it was at before. So that is phenomenal. However, on this decision by the US Fed not to increase rates, bond yields have also started to drop. This is kind of that signal, and like what I'm saying with these savings accounts, these high yields are not going to last long if interest rates start to get cut. And so the bond yields are decreasing, and so are the interest rates on the savings account. So if you're trying to get into that, do it sooner than later. Next one here is that bank and utility companies are starting to do well as the yields from the safe investments decline. The yields from the not as safe but dividend paying stock, those yields start to look really, really attractive even though they have a little bit higher risk. And so I think that banks and utilities are going to do extremely well over the next little while. And I also think that we have a couple of major catalysts that are going to support another bull run for cryptocurrency. So I'm starting to get a little more optimistic about that as well. Now, when it comes to cryptocurrency and stocks that I like, I've already told you that I'm invested in Marathon Digital. I like the company. They're my choice when it comes to Bitcoin miners. But I also like Coinbase as a platform. The company right now is breaking out of previous resistance at $115. And I think with everything that has happened recently with Binance, this company has a big opportunity to kind of fill that void. And so I like Coinbase right now, and I like Coinbase long term. I also like Tesla right now. I pointed this stock out last week, and the pattern is still identical. We are testing previous resistance. We're on our 4th or 5th test right now. And if we can break out of this trend right now, I think it's an easy trade all the way up to 300. Next one here is Kits Eye Care. This is a Canadian eye care company that I've been following for a while. I made some videos about them in the past, and they went from like $1 or $2 all the way up to $5. Then they hit resistance for 6 months, and they are now breaking out of that resistance. They had a great week last week. The company is growing fast. Their revenue looks great. They're increasing volume right now on the trades. And so I like the company from a technical standpoint with a trailing stop loss to just let it run. Next one here is Cloudflare. I've talked a lot about Cloudflare. The stock has been beat down, but the revenue continues to just go up at a super steady and increasing rate. And so I like the company long term. They're in a good industry. They're in a good position. They are at the forefront of technology. And long term, I think this company is going to be worth a lot of money, and I think they're going to do extremely well. They're also breaking out of almost a 1.5 year long consolidation period. So I think this is a great time to buy in. I think you're getting in at a reasonable price. And I think the company has been doing extremely well recently. Same thing here with Snowflake. Snowflake is a software company that again has been consolidating for almost the better part of 2 years, maybe 1.5 years to 2 years here. And now they are just starting to basically test this breakout here. And if we see the breakout and we see the economy continue to run, we see the NASDAQ stretch higher, and things go well over the next 6 months, Snowflake and Cloudflare, I can tell you right now, are going to do extremely well. If you're interested though in seeing when I buy, what I buy, and how I manage my cash flow, all of my trades are posted on Blossom Social. They're also posted on my Discord chat. So check out the link in the description down below. If you want to get involved with what I'm doing or try and see how I'm trading, how I'm investing, or if you want to learn more about it, all my courses are free on Skillshare as well. So thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Good luck trading, good luck investing, and we'll talk to you soon.